Hey everybody, it's Aquila and this is episode 260 of Lefty Knitter Podcast. Welcome to my channel. I'm coming to you from Baltimore, Maryland. Cats, kids, husband, all the things, yarn, crafty items, you know, stuff. Today is Tuesday and it's January 14th and I just needed to pop in and show you a few things. So links will always be found below. If you can't find something, please let me know and I'll try to make sure I link it for you, answer it in a question, etc. Yeah, so I try to record through the week and then post weekly. So, what have I been doing? Well, I did go and crank 2 pairs of socks because I didn't set a goal, but in my head, I really wanted to make a pair of socks every week in 2025. So, you will have seen this yarn previously if you are coming back to my channel, so welcome, and welcome any new viewers. I have a Erlbacher Gearhart Speedster machine, which is a circular sock knitting machine. You can make other things other than socks, but primarily, I mean, what am I making? Socks. So I made socks with this yarn. This is a Hobie yarn, and it's their Silly Socks line, and I made a pair for my husband out of this yarn. I still have to close the toes, so I still haven't done that, but the one big question I usually get is, you can make a whole sock? You can do heels and toes on a machine? Yes, you can. So I have lots of videos for that. If you aren't interested in that, that's totally fine and I'm okay with it. But I do have a playlist of all of my cranking videos that are specifically only cranking. So I have to close the toes yet. So this yarn will come off after I Kirchner this here to that. And I have 2, I promise. I just haven't closed them yet. And I was like, I had a little bit of the Christmas Hobie yarn left over, and it's real sparkly and it's real pretty. So what I decided to do was I was going to make a pair of shorty socks, and I totally forgot how to do a heel tab on a shorty sock on the machine, and you're going to see what I mean in a minute. I think I might rip the sock out and fix it. I might not. I'm not sure yet. So I used some red yarn that I had from Mace of Skeins to do the heel tab part, which is like the part that goes at the top of the sock, which has a little bit of a tab on the back for in your shoe, so it doesn't rub across the back of your heel. So here they are. I haven't closed the toes on these either, but can you see the difference? This one I did first, thinking, I know what I'm doing. I remember how to do that. And then I was like, oh, that doesn't look quite right. This one is much more correct. So it depends. I can still rip this out very easily and crank it again. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that or not, but I might. I have a Luna Tuna who is wanting to be in my lap, so I will just give her a glimpse of life real quick. Hi. We have 2 cats, in case you don't know. So what else have I been working on? Well, I have that simple Hug Cardigan, which is by Cozy Up Knits. It's a pattern by Cozy Up Knits, and I am using yarn that I bought at Joann's. It is a Joann's line. I don't know how available it is anymore. So here's what I have left of the second skein, and this is the Big Twist Supernova yarn, and this is the Mars Landing colorway. I finished my panels, and I sewed up the shoulder seams. Oh, I didn't mention what I was wearing. I am wearing the Heirloom Quilt Cardigan. I love this. I wore it today. Nobody said anything. Whatever, it's fine. Sorry. So I have a few stitches on hold, which is for the back neckline. There's 2 options. You can bind them off or you can put them on hold, and you'll use them when you do the whatever this is called. You don't put buttons on it, but I guess it's a button band or I'm not sure what you would call that. I'm sorry. So when you last saw it, I was here and I had fully finished one front panel up to here, and I was here on the middle panel, the back panel, and then I had to pick up and knit this whole panel, which The cat's gonna get her butt whooped. She likes to chew on yarn cones. Sorry. Where were we? God. If you don't know, there's sometimes interruptions in this podcast. Okay. So I hadn't done the other side yet, which was this side. So I have now finished and seamed a 3 needle bind off the top seams here where my arms are kind of holding it. So I have 2 panels done on the front. They're totally different looking. Like this one had a lot of colors in it, and this one stayed primarily red and orange. It's okay though. So these will get picked up, and around here will all get picked up as the band. And then on whatever I have left after I do the band, I'm going to split in half. And that's as long as the sleeves are going to be. Because that's all the yarn I have. So, I've made good progress on this. And I'm really, really happy with what I've gotten done. So, that's got to go back in the bag. I haven't really put any work onto the Hoodola. Which, and because I haven't put any work in that, I'm not going to show you at the beginning of this episode. It's when I do put some work on it, I will, you know, show you guys in whatever clip that ends up being in. But I did cast on the fingerless gloves. So I had some bare yarn. Well, I say bare, but it's Lion Brand Woolies. And it's Fisherman, the Fisherman color actually. So Lion Brand Woolies, worsted weight. And I had this magazine that I was talking about making the fingerless gloves out of. I did have to adjust how many I cast on because it said to cast on, I don't know, 42. But I ended up I ripped that out. It was way too wide for the wrist. And I cast on 34 instead, I believe. I have it in my notes on my Ravelry page, and I'm holding these together. You ready? It's so pretty. So I have done 1 or 2 increase rounds for the thumb gusset. It's kind of blowing out. But this is all rib. And then this, I was doing a little bit of stockinette here. And then there's some increases here for the thumb gusset because it'll be that. It's so good. It's so good. It's so pretty. I think it's coming out beautiful. So I'm really happy with this project. And yeah, I know I need to work on the cardigan, but I really want to work on this too. So I might have to dedicate at least picking up the band, getting that started with a few rows, and then maybe I'll work on this more tonight. I'm really enjoying working on it. So, yeah. I've never been... Okay, so real quick. I, in the past, have gotten some not nice comments. They weren't nice comments about my hair in the podcast. I am not a girly girl, nor do I take a ton of time to doll myself up, because that is not how I live my normal life, and that's not how I'm going to present myself here, because I'm not going to be fake. But I saw an ad for, it's a hot air curling, it's a flat iron, but it also blows air, and you can curl, and I've been playing with that. I got it for Christmas. I will name it down below. I fear if I name it in here, people will get spammed with, like, ads for it, because when I looked at one video for this product, it was all of my ads. I guess that's how social media, like, sucks you in. But I asked for it for Christmas, and I got it, and it takes some getting used to, because I'm not a person who normally does stuff like that. So it's a new tool that I'm getting used to. And that's what I have to remind people all the time when they try knitting, or they get their circular sock machine, or they get, like, any new tool. it doesn't have to be related to knitting or crochet or fiber arts. You could get, you know, a new lathe for woodworking. You have to take the time and put in the time and practice to get it right. So I have really been trying to do my hair more often because I feel like I can do this in minimal time and it's very little effort. And I think it looks nice. So I hope you guys have noticed that I've maybe been trying to put a little time into myself. Not a ton of time, but a little time into making myself just feel, I shouldn't say better about myself, but I do feel a little more confident when I do my hair and it looks kind of nice. I'm still getting it down. Also, I need to find products that will help keep it look smooth in the curl and not frizz out. Because like this side I feel like is looking all frizzy, but it has been a whole day. Like I went to work and everything. It is like 6 o'clock in the evening here. So, but yeah, I just wanted to mention that because I don't know. I just don't want to also to put on this presentation that people are like, what is she doing? Or who is she? And blah, blah, blah. Not that I, you know, think that people think that. I don't know. That's probably how I probably think sometimes. Because, like, I don't know. I've just never put the time and effort in the morning to do something for me, especially after having having a child. You're kind of go out the door. And if you don't put in the time and effort for yourself, it you know, it goes by the wayside. It's the last thing I think about, because I'm more worried about making sure our lunch is packed. Did she do her homework? Is she wearing the appropriate clothes for school? Did I pack my own lunch? And don't forget your computer. So, wow. Okay, I've really went on a rant, so I am sorry. Not sorry. And I will talk to you guys in the next clip when I have more done. I'm excited. I'm excited to keep showing you the progress. I know I've kind of been all over the place because I was like showing spinning and I was like talking about mosaic crochet, but this is how I work. So thanks for being on the journey with me. All right, today is Sunday and it's January 19th. I'm going to round up this video, and I thought about what I talked about in the end of my last clip and talking about my hair, and I felt like, oh, was that cringy? And was that like, I don't know. I'm going to keep it in. It was my stream of consciousness, I guess, so we're just going to leave it in there. Like today, it's just air dried. I haven't done anything with it. We're supposed to be getting some snow today. We haven't yet, but we're supposed to. I don't know. I received a package in the mail because I'm friends with Tasha and Brian, and they own Frogget Yarns, and I had mentioned to them, I'm like, you know, anytime you need some test knitting, anytime you need God, now I can't even think of the word. Sample knitting done, let me know, because I like helping friends out, and sometimes I just don't know what I want to cast on next, and this is perfect because yarn was provided and pattern was like told. So I am here to show you, if you don't know, this is Frogget's yarn. They probably have a label in here. I haven't even taken it out of the cellophane. Oh, look, that's a better one. This is a new base. I think both are new bases. Tasha is now doing a podcast. I will link her down below, and you should go check her out because she talks about all her bases, things like the clubs and what she's making. So I am very excited to be using this, and I'm going to be making a cowl, and I believe this base is now available on their website. Oh my gosh, I should probably check that. But the top one is a yak fluff, and it's 41% baby alpaca, 13% extra fine merino, 10% yak, and 35% silk. Oh my god, I can't wait to touch this one. And the other one is yak fingering, and it's at 80% extra fine merino, 10% yak, 10% silk. So they're both fingering weight yarns. This is the colorway deep pink. And that's on both of them, deep pink. So I'm so excited. I finished a project. I have 2 more projects I really want to finish because they're kind of timely. And then that's definitely getting cast on. I hope you can't hear the music upstairs. John is mopping, so he's mopping with gusto. He's playing music. All right. I talked about the Hoodola in the last episode. Since I purchased the pattern, an update has been put with the pattern to add, and I'll show you, a casing for an I-cord drawstring. I downloaded it and I have it because if you purchase the pattern, you got the update for free. But if you purchase it now after this update, I think you'll only get the updated pattern, which is fine because I believe it's just an add-on to what my pattern stated. I finished it. I was doing the hood part. You guys have seen this. There's an opening here. I was right here. I had just joined in the round and I was doing ribbing. And I have a bunch of ribbing and John has already posted a picture on Instagram, so you may have seen this already. So the way you put this on, you take, and Laura has videos on her page, on her Instagram about this. You tuck in the, I'm going to take my glasses off. You tuck in the ribbing to the hood, okay? And then you have essentially a cowl underneath of a hood. I haven't blocked it, but John actually likes that it's not bigger than what it probably should be. So, and you can pull this up for extra warmth. And the pattern, oh, hold on, I'll just show you. Okay. The pattern has a part here that you can attach a portion to put a drawstring I-cord through. Oh my god. And you can also wear it, you don't have to wear it that way, you can pull the cowl part down and wear the hood is just the hood, like that. This is going to be extremely like nice for like shoveling if we get snow today. But this is John's. He had picked these yarns. This is 2 yarns held together because it's a DK weight pattern, and the 2 yarns are Rising Tide Fiber Company and Mace of Skeins. So it looks so silly. All right, we're gonna take this off. Let me put my glasses back on so I can see what I'm doing. So yeah, there's the Hoodola. It's pretty awesome. I'm going to take my stitch marker off and John will be able to wear it today. So I know he was asking, he's like, you think it'll be done for today? You think it'll be done? And I was like, whew, I got some ribbing to do, but I think we can make that happen. I have a cat, obviously, that wants my attention all the time. Luna, would you like to say hello? The famous Luna. Don't fight it. Don't fight it. I mean, she is in my lap 24/7. This cat. All right. This was the bag the Hoodola was in, and I'll show you how much yarn I have left. John hasn't decided if he wants that casing yet, so I have yarn to be able to do that in case he wants it. That's silly. Okay. There we go. That's what I have left. I didn't weigh it, but it would be enough probably to do that. And we'll see what he has to say. If not, it's going to go in my fingering right scrap bins for socks. And yeah. Oh my god. I saw this video and I favorited it. Favorited? They were doing not single crochet, slip stitch crochet weaving. I thought it was quite interesting. So you had all your warp threads and they were chain stitching or slip stitching across all the warps. I want to try that. I think I have some hand spun that I haven't used, or maybe even the remnants of my rainbow yarn. Oh, maybe I'll do that. The remnants of my rainbow yarn. That might be fun. I have this little loom that I purchased for Hayes a while ago that just hangs on my wall. So that might be something I do today. Although I have other things I should be doing. But again, my brain gets caught up with seeing something and then I want to try it. Just like I did that mosaic crochet and then I haven't done any more of it. I will. It's gonna happen. Okay, so the Simple Hug cardigan is really close to being done. I might have to push this back to show you. I believe the last time I showed you guys this, I had just finished seaming the shoulders across the top, and I have now put on a sleeve. So we're gonna hold, this is the sleeveless side. This one, I don't have a sleeve. Oh, and I needed to pick up for the neckband. I did that too. Goodness gracious, guys, I have done some things. The neckband is here. Oh my God. And then here is a sleeve. And these are pretty long. Let me put this on and I'll be right back and have it on. All right. It has the band. This obviously doesn't have the sleeve yet. And this has a sleeve. It's so good. Okay, so when I finished the neckband, I picked up and did the neckband, and I had so much of a skein left, okay? Because I only bought 2 skeins of this color. When I had that left after this, I knew it was going to be split. 1 sleeve, 2 sleeves. So I split it completely in half. And I picked up the stitches, and I knit and knit and knit and knit. And I got to a full sleeve, and I didn't use the rest of the smaller ball. Here it is. So when I split it, this was the half for this. This is going to be the half for this sleeve. And here's what's left. I am so stinking happy with the results of this. I almost wish I would have made my sleeves longer, which I guess I could on my cardigan. But at this point, I don't know if I want to because it won't match up. Unless I know exactly where I stopped on what ball. Because I have my balls of that yet. I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do, but it's so good, guys. I can't wait to put on, that'll probably be tonight. I will pick up for the other sleeve. And I have some markers here just showing some decreases. And then I stopped doing decreases and just knit, knit, knit. And I'm going to have to probably, if I didn't make notes, remember if I know I went down a needle size for the ribbing, but if I went down stitches, I can't recall. I think I did some knit 2 togethers on the join at the bottom like I do here for my decrease. Not knit 2 together and slip knits on like the outside edges of the join. It's not really a join. It's my start of round. But yeah, oh my God, it's so good. I'm so happy with this. All right, I'm gonna get this off and then I'll continue. I talked about knitting out of my magazine that I had from Vogue from forever ago, and I was holding this yarn and I was holding this yarn together. These were so fast. I'm not completely done because I am making a convertible top for them, which I attempted, didn't really work out. I made a few notes on things to make different. I followed the pattern from the magazine, but I knew it was not going to be quite right because I'm using different yarn and it's fine. I know how to just make some adjustments. All I needed to do was make them a little bit taller before decreasing. So that's what I'm going to end up doing. But I have thumbs. I only had, I think, this the last time I showed you. I'm pretty sure that's what I had. And now, oh my God, guys, like seriously, I have strings everywhere though, because I have like ends to weave in and thumb hole, waist yarn. But let me get the other one on because I have 2. I have 2 officially, like they're completed to the point somebody could, if the ends were woven in, they could wear them. Oh my God. So there's so many strings. The gussets are a little funky because I did a little modification with that too. It's so funny. Oh, I should have a picture of the Hoodola for my final because I don't know if I'm going to show that again. But this is what I have. I just need to make the convertible tops. So when I made them, they were just real tight on the fingers. They were too short. I should have made them longer. And I didn't trust my gut. Trust your gut. And yeah. So I just have to like do some finishing and make the tops. And then find some fun buttons. These are so much fun. I am very happy with them. So I really hope the recipient is going to like them also. I'm going to shove these back in here. We have been watching Pop Culture Jeopardy on Prime. If anybody has Prime, it's pretty fun to watch. We've been enjoying it actually a whole lot. So I went back to reading the Janet Ivanovich series about the bounty hunter. Oh my god, I can't think of her name. That's so bad. I think I talked about this. I feel like I talked about this. I don't know why I feel... Did I tell somebody else about this? I am in a book club with a few people. Maybe I told them. Either way, I'd stopped reading the series because I had either caught up or I don't know what happened. I dropped off. Luckily, my Goodreads told me which book I finished. So I was able to go back and start back with book number 27, which came out in 2020. And I think there's like 3 books after this one. So I think I only missed 4 books. So I finished number 27. And now I started a new book, House of Furies, I think it's called. I'll put them in my list of Goodread books below. I didn't realize I read quite a few books that I didn't talk about on here. They are in my list below. I should put next to them how many stars I gave them. That would be interesting. Maybe I could do that. If I feel like doing that much edit. I mean, I'm already typing the book in, so I could put the... Usually I don't list it also until I've finished it, but I'm telling you about House of Furies because we're following, in my little book group, we're following a list that somebody had put together about doing a challenge. So one of the challenges was read a classic story retelling. So mine is House of Furies, which is a Dracula retelling. So it's so far, I'm only about halfway through, so it hasn't gotten like real exciting, and it's not really, it's just in the middle. But it's also a series, which I didn't realize when I picked it. So now I know. And the other book that, the other category is like about snow or something to do with snow or snow in the title. And I haven't picked a book for that yet. I think I have an idea, but I'm not quite sure. So, I mean, I'm always down for book recommendations. I don't like a whole lot of, like, I'm not reading 50 Shades of Grey. That's not my type of book. I am not reading, like, I do read books that have some mature content. It's not my favorite thing in books. So, yeah. I like thrillers and mysteries and whodunits and cozy mysteries. I like some YA stuff is really good. Yeah, I like paranormal stuff. Not paranormal romance, but you know that there's so many categories of books. Yeah. And then the other thing that I've been watching, because I haven't really like watched any movies or anything lately, is I've been watching the Netflix I Am a Killer. I don't know why. I love true crime stuff. So that's like when I was younger, like, I don't know, I was probably in my early 20s, I got on an Anne Rule kick. Now, if you know who I'm talking about, you know she wrote a bunch of books, and I read a bunch of them, and I was all about, like, true crime books. Now I like listening to true crime podcasts, and I like listening to true crime books, too, but, there's all these Netflix series that are pretty much like true crime documentaries, and I enjoy watching them very, very much. So if that has anything to tell you about my personality or whatnot, I don't know. But all right, I need to do some editing, get this up, spend some more time with my family, and tomorrow I'm not working tomorrow. It's Monday, and it's Martin Luther King Day, and we are off. So yeah, so I'm there for that. That's all I gotta say. And Hazel's down here deciding to make a bunch of noise. Thank you, Hazel.
You're welcome.
Yep. All right. Bye. Brat. All right. Until the next episode, guys. Yeah. Peace, love, and happy crafting. Check on your friends and family. Do the thing. You know what I say every episode. All right. Bye, guys. Oh, I definitely should take my glasses off before putting this thing on. That was silly and stupid of me. Oh, I'm fogging up!